Hello and welcome everyone tonight to TMGeek as we are in the round number 3, the quarterfinals of the TMGeek inaugural championship tournament. This is an interesting match to say the least. I'm glad I'm not doing this one by myself. I am your usual host, Kevin, the Philosopher Poss, joined on the desk today by Aaron Canole. How are you, sir?
Absolutely, man. We're here. Very interesting ends to the final 16 there. An unfortunate forfeit. Andrea being the only member from the first round moving through by win. Amaru also getting through with her. And just overall, man, the round of 16 was interesting. We had a surprise entrant that plays into today's match. We had some surprising wins, some surprising losses, and we look to keep that going, man. These are the top 8 players that we have right now in Geek, and they're looking to continue to progress forward, specifically today, these two gentlemen at hand.
Absolutely. 7 more matches to go until we get to a championship. I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in the competitors. We will start with...
Well, we should introduce the match, technically.
First. Oh, yeah, I guess we could do that. The match today will be the number 1 ranked Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly, and as he was going to be taking on the 8 seed or the 9 seed, we had a surprise entrant, as you've seen in the previous videos. Ryan Caramel Mountain Payne did beat Caleb Mashed Potatoes Hansen to move on to the quarterfinals. And so it is Joe taking on Ryan, 2 titans of Geek Trivia. So I am super excited for this matchup. What are your thoughts as far as this matchup goes before we bring these guys in?
Yeah, I would say in each and every shape of the word, all 4 of these matches make for very interesting predicaments. In this specific scenario, we have 2 players that have probably been the 2 players to put their absolute best foot forward. Obviously, we know to this date, Joe Farrelly is the only person to achieve a perfect round, unfortunately missing out on that bonus the first go-around, but he's the only person to achieve a perfect round. He is also 2-0 entering this match. And Ryan at 1-0, the surprise entrant, came in and we can say what we want, no prep, this and that. The man came in and scored 24 points, which is to date the highest total for a single player of points scored. So both of these guys in their own right have been impressive thus far. And so this is in some ways what you could look at as a final levels class, just based on the little that they've done so far in TM Geek, coming together in a final 8. Whoever goes forward is someone to look at.
Absolutely. I could not have said that better. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in he is the number 1 seed, accompanied by his manager, David Garcia Alonso. He is Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. How are you, fellas?
I'm doing very well. David?
I'm great. I can't speak too loud because I have people sleeping over there. I am going to just say one thing. There is a reason why I picked Ryan for my Full Metal Brawl team. He's awesome. And I am very excited for this match because when you look at Joe and I, we are similar players in terms of strengths, while I believe Ryan is the complete opposite. So, it's going to be a hard match, but I have the whole confidence in my boy. So,
I've got to say, whether it's Caleb, whether it's Subrath, whether it's Ryan, I take these matches the same way each time. This isn't poker. I don't play the man across from me. I play my game. Doesn't matter who I was playing in this match. The questions were still going to be the same. And I still need to perform at the level that I have set for myself, which is I don't like missing. I don't like missing one. It happens. And against Ryan, I think it's probably more dangerous than it may have been against the other 2. But I've still got to come out here and play my game, do what I can do. As long as I answer all my questions, it's only going to end one way. Ryan's a fantastic player. Dave's absolutely right. He is awesome. I'm really looking forward to this, even though he shouldn't be here.
All right, absolutely fair. Aaron, anything for Joe or David before we get started?
I don't think there's anything I could ask that could add. Both these gentlemen are here. They're ready for the challenge ahead, and they know what they're facing. Best of luck to you guys.
Thanks.
Good luck, guys. We'll drop them to the back, and we will bring forth the number 9 seed, the surprise entrant in the TMGeek Championship Tournament, Ryan, Caramel Mountain Payne. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing very good. I mean, I can understand people from watching that previous video. They're kind of a little confused. They're a bit bewildered. The fact that, you know, I didn't sign up for this tournament. They think, I don't know, maybe there's some people who maybe have commented and said this is kind of like me just trying to abuse my power. But here's the thing. I said in that video, unfortunately, Subrath, he had personal issues. He could not make it. And I did not want to leave Caleb with just a forfeited victory. And the thing is, I went in no prep, no study time. It was just pretty much, you guys needed somebody for this tournament, and I stepped up for it. And I was going to come in trying to, I was going to try to be honest with myself and say, look, it doesn't matter who I'm facing, but let's be honest, it's Joe Farrelly. I may have not played this guy in regular trivia, but I have played this dude in other venues. I know he's dangerous. I'm not going to look past that either. And the fact that he's being coached by David, a guy that was my coach in Full Metal in a Geek Brawl, I know one thing's for sure. He is stacked up on knowledge, and he's definitely amplified some of Joe's strengths, which definitely worries me as well, because while I would say me and him are opposite, I would not be surprised if he tends to be more on the same level or has the same, like, some hidden strengths that I'm not aware of. But ultimately, in the end, this is not about me. This is about this tournament. This is about everyone who has signed up to play. And I know we are going to see all the others who did not advance again in this tournament. That's for sure. But for right now, I'm going to prove to everybody from the previous round wondering why the hell I'm here. I'm going to show right now. Doesn't matter if it gets to the last point or if it ends by knockout. I'm going to prove that when I decide to step up, when I decide to play, I'm not playing. I'm not putting no games. I'm not putting no muster, no false confidence. I'm coming in here with as much determination as I will put forward.
All right. I think that says it all right there, Aaron. I don't know about you, but I am amped up. Go ahead if you got anything that you'd like to say, sir.
No, we have two competitors today who are concise, spoken, and prepared, and anything I could say would just involve me making a porn joke out of the nickname Caramel Mountain. So I think we should just get this going before we dip into another industry.
The fact that you actually said my name correctly puts you higher than everyone else. Caramel. There's an A in there, people. I'm pointing right at it. It's not silent. This ain't Django Unchained. The D is not silent in this situation. It's loud.
It's very loud.
All right, speaking of loud D, let's bring in Joe Hot Fuzz and get this. Also another porn nickname, really. Let's get I'm in a terrible place right now. Let's just get this over with so I can get back.
I will go over some round one rules for you fellas. As you've been in TMGeek round one before, you know this is our whiteboard round. Aaron and I are going to alternate giving you 10 questions in random geek categories to each competitor. You'll have about 15 seconds to write down your answer. You must say your answer aloud when called upon and revealing your response that is written down. All questions in this round will be worth 1 point. You do not lose any points for an incorrect answer or a blank board. A perfect round 10 for 10 triggers a 1 point bonus question. You do have 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use throughout the match. Joe, I will come to you first. Do you have any questions before we get started, sir?
Let's do this.
All right, and Ryan, same question to you.
I've said enough. I'm ready to play.
All right, fair enough. Good luck, fellas. And I'm going to pass it on over to Aaron for question number 1.
Absolutely. Keeping with the theme of where my head's at, in the category that would make some freaky-ass porn, we're going to Star Trek. In Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, what is the name of the ship that Khan and his crew originally escaped Earth on?
I'm sorry, you were cutting out a bit. Can I get a technical repeat?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah. All right. In Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, what is the name of the ship that Khan and his crew originally escaped Earth on?
You plan on escaping Earth, Aaron, if this coronavirus keeps going on?
I mean, I live in Florida. It's like nothing's changed. So
2, 1, pins down. Very true.
All right, we'll go ahead and go to Joe.
Botany Bay.
And Ryan.
Yeah. Botany Bay.
That is correct. Both gentlemen start off on a good footing here in the quarterfinals.
All right, great start for both gentlemen. Category number 2 falls in the wizarding world. What is the name of Hagrid's Norwegian Ridgeback dragon we see hatch in the Sorcerer's / Philosopher's Stone?
I appreciate the use of philosophers there. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We like to accommodate for our English viewers and competitors.
It is believed that the name was changed for American sellers because J.K. Rowling thinks as much about Americans as she does transgender people.
Hands down. Yikes. All right, Ryan.
I mean, at this point, I'm not going to debate that argument. Norbert.
Joe. Norbert it is. 2-2.
Sorry. The score counter was having a disagreement with me for a second. There we go. All right. We'll go ahead and move on to question 3. This comes in the category of the MCU. In what MCU film does Sylvester Stallone make his cameo?
You know, I was in the MCU.
There you go, Sly.
5,
just stay
4,
in the corner, baby.
3, 2, 1. Pins down. I try.
All right. Better Stallone impressions are welcome if you want to try. Joe, we go to you first.
No impressions, but he did win me a great point in a movie battleground once. It's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I was there for that. That was impressive. Ryan.
Honestly, he should get more opportunities in comic book movies. Personally, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I won't disagree. It wasn't a bad role, and these gentlemen are on a roll.
I was gonna say, speaking of rolls, they are on one. You can call them hot butter. All right, category number 4 is Middle Earth. In the Two Towers, who does Gimli ask to toss him to escape the approaching Uruk-hai? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll go to Ryan.
I fucking slipped up on spelling. I just wrote Aragorn.
And Joe.
Don't tell the elf. Aragorn.
Don't tell the elf, indeed. It is Aragorn.
All right. We'll go ahead and move on to your 5th question and around the halfway point of this round, which will come in the category of Marvel, which means the other not MCU films. Who plays the character of Betty Ross in Ang Lee's Hulk? This film is the definition of, let's take an artistic director and make one of those comic book movies.
5, 4,
and
3,
it's just okay.
2, 1. Pins down. I bet Martin Scorsese liked that.
We'll go ahead and go to Joe.
Jennifer Connelly.
And Ryan.
Lovely brunette hair, bomb eyebrows, and I will watch her ride on a toy horse any day. Jennifer Connelly.
That is correct. They did not fall for the trap and guess Steven Tyler's daughter.
I may have to dub something over Ryan saying toy horse there, but we'll see. Moving on to category number 6, which is the DCEU. Who directed Aquaman?
Kevin getting his licks in. We're going for shorter questions so we can have more word space for the plot synopsis part of the category.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Ryan.
Come on, like James Wan.
You're good.
And Joe.
Okay.
James Wan.
All right, James Wan is correct, as they both keep pace.
Yes. Ryan, your board is coming through perfectly visible. It just has a Abrams-like glare at first.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
All right, we'll go ahead and move into question number 7, which comes in the category of mixed bag. Who plays the character of Cypher in The Matrix? The Matrix 4, an upcoming Future Geek category movie. Do you care?
No. 5, 4,
But you'll see
3,
it anyways.
2, of course, 1. Pins down.
All right, we'll go ahead and go to Joe
Joe Pantoliano.
and Ryan.
Joe Pantoliano. Might fuck up with spelling.
Spelling's off, but the pronunciation's there. I mean, what would you say? Pantoliano?
Yeah, Pantoliano is the correct pronunciation. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give him the point.
Only thing I would say is that spelling says Pantolino. If it had the I before the O, I would not challenge it. But it's Pantoliano. If there was an I before the E, I wouldn't mind that spelling because it's an E and I. The EI is A's and the O's are all over the place.
Okay, so only.
Let's see it
only
again, Ryan.
because
Yeah, I didn't erase it. Fuck, it's Kahlua
Yeah.
all over again. God damn it.
Antolino. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Repeat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a little too far off.
You actually have to repeat to be sure. Yeah,
the pronunciation was fine, but on the board is a little too far off, unfortunately.
No, that's a good point.
Feels horrible.
All right.
Spelling challenges irk me as well. I hate it. Sorry, Ryan.
No, that's perfectly fine. I was not going to argue if you challenged it or not. I mean, I should ask for a repeat instead. Let's keep going.
That's
all
fair.
right. So for editing purposes, there was the unofficial boom, and the decision was immediately reversed. That's the cleanest challenge we've had in ages. Let's go.
No kidding. So Joey Pants was the answer to question number 7. Unfortunately, Ryan did not get the point for that one. Joe, it did get the point. So his perfect round does continue as we move on to category number 8, which is Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. In The Rise of Skywalker, what is the name of the former stormtrooper turned resistance member played by Naomi Ackie that helps Finn and the heroes?
Now you talk about pronunciation here.
This question, the only time Finn's name will ever go first on anything related to The Rise of Skywalker.
True. 5.
Give me 10 minutes. I'll be ready for it.
3,
Repeat
2.
the question. Sorry.
No worries.
You got that in.
All right. In the category of Star Wars, in The Rise of Skywalker, what is the name of the former stormtrooper turned resistance member played by Naomi Ackie that helps Finn and the heroes? Ryan using his first repeat.
Definitely. Sometimes the names are killer,
5,
man.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, and we'll go to Ryan first.
I know her name is Gianna. I just don't know how to fucking pronounce it, so I just wrote it like this, Gianna.
All right, and Joe.
Jana.
It is just Jana.
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 Damn it!
Mhm.
Ryan, I did it in my last match for a Wizarding World question. I said Grissom instead of Grimson. It's
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
oh,
God damn it. Okay,
All right.
let's keep going.
All right. We move on to your penultimate question and category number 9. Both competitors still having solid rounds here with DC films. When not saving Earth as Supergirl, what alias does the titular character go by?
We're ready to eat, man.
I apologize in advance to the competitors for a question about Supergirl. It's just unfortunate that it exists.
We're going to take a break.
Give me a couple minutes and I'll be down soon.
2 minutes, that's it.
All right.
And 5, 4, 3, 2,
repeat the question.
1. Okay. Go ahead, Aaron. You
All
got
right. First repeat for Joe. When not saving Earth as Supergirl, what alias does the titular character go by?
Joe did use his first repeat there.
Absolutely. Fortunately, the repeat did not pay off for Ryan. Let's see if it'll do the same for Joe.
5,
Ever important with how close he is to that perfect
3,
round.
2, 1. Pins down.
We'll go ahead and go to Joe first.
Yeah, I know it's wrong. Linda Lee. I know it's Wonder Woman, but
And Ryan.
Linda Lee.
That is correct.
oh, I had
Diana Prince is Wonder Woman.
no, the old actress from TV.
The old, yeah. That's
Linda
where
Carter.
they get her name from.
Linda
Ah.
Carter.
Linda Carter, yeah.
Linda Carter. That was it.
All
We
right.
need a point.
All right, so category number 10, as always, is plot summary. I'll give you the plot summary of a geek film, and you guys give me the film.
Mhm.
The very first mutated being awakens, worshipped as a god since the dawn of civilization. After thousands of years, he recruits other beings like himself, just not quite as powerful, to create a new world order. With the fate of Earth hanging in the balance, a young man must lead his team of mutants against their seemingly invincible nemesis before he destroys mankind. You
Both
guys probably.
competitors staring confidently at the camera.
That's what I was
That was
guessing.
better than last time, I'll be honest.
Yep. And 5,
This
4,
question is long as any speech in this movie.
1, pins down, and we'll go to Ryan.
That would be X-Men Apocalypse.
All right, and Joe.
X-Men Apocalypse.
All right, X-Men Apocalypse is correct. Joe does earn the perfect round, his second perfect round in TMGeek. Congratulations. So I do have one question for Joe in the bonus round. And I'm sorry, we don't even do this enough for me to know what the hell I'm talking about. All
I'm
right,
on
so
standby if you need me.
let me restart this. All right, here we go.
I'm going to take myself out for a second. Just turn off my camera. I'm just going to
Okay.
say, here's my family. I'll be right back.
Okay, buddy, that's fine.
All right.
All right, so I have one question for Joe for his bonus question. I will give you you don't have to write it on your whiteboard since it's just for you.
Make sure that when Ryan gets back, he gets to hear it in case he wants to challenge, just for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. All right. Actually, I'll just wait and then I'll edit it. If that's okay with you. Yeah.
I think
Since you brought that up, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
just in case.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't have a manager or anything. So yeah, that's totally fair.
So without revealing the question, we're going with the first or the second one?
The first.
I would love to see where a challenge would go with this.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but
I still think just
No. I
just-
love this. I love it for the sake
it'll look
reason.
better too if it's just I'll make it just a smooth transition. Like I said, like we don't do the bonus thing enough, so I I didn't even know like where to go with that. Normally we just go right into round 2. So
I
had to
was
stop him.
I was mentally prepared because I was like, okay, if he gets
Oh,
it, he's either going to read it himself or go back to me because he just read the last question. So I'm like, it's
Yeah.
one or the other.
I've missed Linda Lee in a match before, and I've missed it on my own testing so many times, and it just doesn't stick. I don't know how that came in. I was thinking.
I saw your face. I was like,
I had
it's like wait, is he right with me?
I had Leanne. I had so many L names going through my head. I knew it was the double L.
Sure.
I knew that. The rest of it was just.
all right.
Oh Christ!
God, it's such a bad movie.
Yeah, but I did watch it and get a lot of good questions out of it. Like,
Oh, that's just not right.
yeah. I can't say any questions, but
Ryan, we held off on asking me the bonus.
oh
just
yeah.
in case you wanted to challenge for whatever reason. I thought it was fair.
Yeah, Joe wanted. I mean, that was kind of a just a mutual decision by everybody. So what I'll do, I'll count back in, and then I'll pass it to Aaron since we've just alternate anyway. I'll let him read the bonus question for Joe, and then we'll move to round number 2. All right. So 5, 4, 3. All right. So that wraps up round number 1. Both competitors getting that last question correct. Joe, Hot Fuzz Farrelly, has earned himself a bonus question that will be worth 1 extra point for getting all 10 questions correct. So I'll pass that over to Aaron to ask that bonus question. You do not need to use your whiteboard. This will be for Joe only.
Absolutely. And Joe, your bonus question for round number 1 is, who composed the score for Deadpool?
Junkie XL.
That is correct for 1 final bonus point.
Name.
As we move into round 2 with a score 11-8.
All right.
Joe avenging what he could not do the first time around this time and becoming the first person to go completely perfect in round 1.
Yep, the first true perfect round in TMGeek. Took us to the quarterfinals of the championship tournament to get there, but congratulations on that, Joe. But there's still a lot of match left to go as we move into round number 2, which is our wheel round. Aaron, if you'd like to go over the rules for that.
Absolutely. Competitors, you guys will each get a spin at the wheel we have prepared for you. After your first spin, unless it lands on opponent's choice, you'll have the opportunity to respin. Whichever category you land on, no matter what way we get there, the category will provide you with 5 questions, each worth 2 points for a max of 10 points. However, if you need to make questions slightly easier, you can go to multiple choice, at which point the question will become worth 1 point. The opponent, remember, be on guard listening to the questions and or option choices. You will have the chance to steal should your opponent miss. You also hold on to all repeats and challenges. Joe and Ryan, both of you have 2 repeats remaining and your challenge as well. Joe, since you are up by 3 points, you'll have the opportunity to pick whether you want to go first or second. So for that brief discussion, I will bring in David for you.
All right.
That's my boy. So, Ryan, I really apologize. I have been on the losing end of those spelling challenges before.
I'm aware. I'm not gonna argue about it. If you guys did the research during the challenge and you saw the correct way how to spell out the name, and even if I did get the pronunciation right, I'm not gonna be all like, oh wait, I wrote Geppetto down with the J and it's still the same thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That would never challenge on that. That's just I hate those.
Yeah. No, just cuts for mine. You get the deep, you prepare for the deep cuts, but then you forget someone's name. It's like, going on a date. You think you know everything about a person. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Dave, I think I should spin first. That's not changing up what I do.
All right, so Joe wants to spin first. Before he does so, I'm going to go ahead. I know these guys know what's on the wheel, but I'm going to read off what's on tonight's wheels for the fans at home. And just to remind these guys what is on tonight's wheel. In no particular order, we do have DC, EU, Middle Earth, Mixed Bag, DC, Quotes, Star Trek, Wizarding World, Star Wars, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice. So Joe, with a 3-point lead, has chosen to go first. And the wheel, as you see, has been primed. So as Joe uses his mind powers, go ahead and spin that wheel.
The hand has gone, the wheel goes.
There we go.
Just the flip of the tab. I was waiting for something.
Think someone used the mind powers to stop it. Oh,
Yeah. And it lands on Wizarding World.
I think, David, I should stick with that. Just not.
Just
not
make sure. Just make sure you don't answer before they start counting down. Take your time.
Yeah. Okay. We'll stick with Wizarding World, please.
Okay, Joe's going to stick with Wizarding World.
All right.
And
David will head to the back.
Thank you. I'll administer 5 questions your way, Joe, in the category of Wizarding World. Ryan, be ready for any potential steals. Joe, don't forget you do have the option to go down to multiple choice for 1 point. And just give me, you don't have to say final answer if you just give me the answer in a way that's clear, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Your first question in the category of Wizarding World. What is the name of the store where Harry and the Weasleys go to get their school books and meet Gilderoy Lockhart in the Chamber of Secrets?
Flourish and Blots.
Flourish and Blots is correct for 2 points. Good start for Joe. All right, as we move on to the second question. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, where is Harry located when the magical triple-decker night bus picks him up? And I'll accept just a general answer here.
He's sat on the curb.
That's acceptable, yeah. 2 points. All right. Third question. In The Deathly Hallows Part 1, after learning that Dolores Umbridge has the real locket, Harry, Ron, and Hermione disguise themselves and enter the Ministry of Magic in what fashion?
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, apparating, B, flushing themselves, C, through a phone booth, or D, Harry's cloak of invisibility?
Flushing themselves.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your penultimate question in Wizarding World. In the Goblet of Fire, besides the boot that gets them to the Quidditch World Cup, what is the other portkey featured in the film?
The Triwizard Cup.
That is correct for 2 points. And your fifth and final question. In the Goblet of Fire, when Harry is having some trouble with the clue to the second Triwizard Tournament task, who tells him to use the prefect's bathroom?
I believe that's the character I had a very small audition for, Cedric Diggory.
That is correct for 2 more points.
So basically what I'm saying is if I'd got it, I'd be Batman now.
yeah. The dominoes are there.
Yep. All right, Joe doing a great job with Wizarding World there, picking up 9 big points. So Ryan's got some work to do in round number 2.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead and bring the wheel back up and give Ryan his first spin. Brought to you by a desperate movie theater chain, handing out tickets, apparently.
It's going.
Middle
And
Earth.
it lands on Middle Earth, yeah.
Okay, maybe. Well, You know what? I'm going to risk it.
Spin again.
Ryan's, yep.
I'm going to risk it.
All right. He is risking it all to spin again.
All right. Whatever it lands on here, Ryan will be taking for round number 2, unless it lands on Wizarding World. That would be the only scenario where we would spin again. And it looks like it lands in his favor, spinner's choice. Would you like to hear your options again, Ryan, or do you know what you would like, sir?
Hold on. I'm deciding. Let's see. I'll settle with DCEU.
Okay. DCEU, since I read Joe's round 2 questions to him, Aaron, if you would, please read Ryan's round 2 questions to him.
All right, Ryan, you will get 5 questions in the category of DCEU. Your first of those questions is, what do the statues tell Thaddeus to take at the Rock of Eternity in Shazam?
That would be the Eye of Sin.
That is correct.
Oh, so that just frees Aaron all of a sudden. Dang it.
And Aaron got trapped in that Eye of Sin. But yes, Eye of Sin is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
As we wait for Aaron to come back to us.
Unfortunately, this is one of the downsides. I mean, everyone right now, I know people at home are going to be watching it
There
like
it is.
certain day, but for everyone, it's clearly Thanksgiving for us. So
Yeah,
Wi-Fi wants to be asshole to all of us.
I'm back, and I'm very sure he said the right answer before I cut out.
Yep, it's all good.
There we
No
go.
worries. All right. You're good to go, buddy.
All right, Ryan. Question number 2. In Wonder Woman, what is Steve Trevor's secretary's full name?
That would be Etta Candy.
He gets the pronunciation down there. That's going to be 2 more points.
Okay.
Settling, he's not doing that bad. We move into question number 3. In Suicide Squad, how many guards does Griggs say that Harley Quinn put in the hospital, and therefore nobody wants to play with her?
You know what? I don't want to risk it, but at the same time, I could still be down. I mean, I'm still behind.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. It is. Your options are A, 3 guards, B, 4 guards, C, 5 guards, or D, 6 guards.
I was hoping it would be all odds. Okay. Board. My answer is 5.
He wanted all odds, but he still got it correct. 5 guards is the correct answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting a point off that question. As we move on to your penultimate question, Ryan, in Man of Steel, what is the name of the service robot that serves the L family on Krypton and advises Jor-El against retrieving the Codex?
My answer is Kelex.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Okay.
A full 2 points on the final answer would bring him within 3 once again.
Back from scratch. Okay.
What make of automobile is Bruce Wayne driving when he picks up Barry Allen and tells him his superpower is that he is rich in Justice League?
Great. Okay. Okay, everything like a snack hole.
5, 4,
Fuck.
3.
Lamborghini.
That is incorrect, as we will move over to Joe Farrelly for the possible 2-point steal. What make of automobile is Bruce Wayne driving when he picks up Barry Allen and tells him his superpower is that he is rich in Justice League?
It's a Mercedes.
That is correct. Mercedes-Benz. Flashy, but not too flashy, is the way Batman rides. And the score is 22-15 going into round 3.
Absolutely. Flashy, but not too flashy. How both of these guys are performing. They are on fire. Both excellent round 2s, following excellent round 1s. Joe has a nice little lead here, but anything's possible. As we move into round number 3, competitors are going to give us 3 numbers between 1 and 12 that will correspond to 3 random geek categories. Each competitor is going to get 3 questions, but worth 2, 3, and 5 points respectively. There's no stealing, no multiple choice in this round. You do retain your repeats and your challenges, which both of you have 2 repeats, and you both have your challenge. Since Joe has a 7-point advantage at the moment, we'll go ahead and get your numbers first. Go ahead and bring David in so they can talk. You guys can talk, and then at the end, whenever you're done talking, I'll get your numbers then.
Great job, buddy. You're killing it today. Literally killing it. Perfect game so far. So, yes.
Yeah, that multiple choice, man. That's the only thing stopping her every point. But, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the strategy. Old reliable with the numbers.
Go ahead.
Never change them unless I'm in second place and someone takes it. That would be 4, 6, and 12 for me, please.
4, 6, 12. All right. And if that's all you have for him, David, then I will move on to...
Just sit back, relax, but keep.
Always. Thanks, David.
All right. We'll move on to Ryan. Ryan, your 3 numbers, please, between 1 and 12 that are not 4, 6, or 12, please.
Let's go. 7, 10, and 3.
7, 10, and 3. All right, so Ryan's got a little bit of work to do here in round number 3, but he has a couple repeats, and he has chosen his numbers to do so with. Since Aaron gave Ryan his round 2 questions, I will be administering Ryan his round 3, and vice versa for Joe. So we will start with category number 7 for 2 points, which falls under the category of the DCEU.
All right.
All right, Ryan, for 2 points in the realm of the DCEU. What is the name of Chris Messina's character in Birds of Prey?
I'm glad I recognized him from other projects before this movie. That would be Victor Zsasz.
Victor Zsasz is correct for 2 points. And we move on. All right. And you picked for your second category number 10, and that will correspond to the DC films. All right. So for your 3-pointer, Ryan, in A History of Violence, what city is Tom actually a mobster from?
Crap, I'm thinking of the... Oh my god, I'm thinking of the brawl now. I hope it's the same answer. Philadelphia.
That is correct for 3 points.
Okay. It's like the one DC movie I have not gotten to rewatch before this.
All right, so Ryan does need to hit this question here to send it on over to Joe, so to avoid the TKO, and force Joe to answer some questions in round number 3. Speaking of number 3, Ryan did choose 3 for his 5-pointer, which falls under the category of movie quotes. So your 5-pointer in the category of movie quotes. I'll remind you one more time, you do have 2 repeats left. All right, here we go. What geek movie character says, "Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here"?
Oh my God, it's right there.
Remember, you do have 2
5,
repeats.
4.
Yeah.
All right. You have 1 repeat left after this one. For 5 points in movie quotes. What geek movie character says, "Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here"? Five, four,
Here's my
three.
last one.
All right, his last repeat for 5 big points. What geek movie character says, "Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here"? Five, four, three, two, one.
The Joker.
And your winner by TKO, Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly. Moving on to the semifinals. We were looking for Biff Tannen. Biff Tannen. All right. Great job tonight by Ryan, though. What a match. Wow. We'll put Ryan in the back for just one moment. We'll bring David forward, and we will talk to our winner this evening. Another TKO. You lined another one up, knocked another one down. How are you feeling?
I feel really good about that. I said after my last game, I felt like my round 1 wasn't up to scratch. It wasn't where it should have been. And this sort of match I've been looking to play for a long time. And it came when it needed to, because Ryan is such a good player that I need to play on that level to beat a player like Ryan. I mean, the last sort of second half of this year, I have come up against some real titans of this game. You know, Thomas Scully, Dominic Rizzi, Nick Tuig, Tim Bracala, Maggie Bracala, all these sort of amazing players. And Ryan is one of those, and didn't quite go his way today. I thought his round 2 was superb. It was identical to my round 2, apart from that last question. You know, all right, one multiple choice. I thought Ryan played a great game, but yeah, I only 1 point available to me I didn't get today, which if I'm playing somebody else, definitely can't happen. But yeah, I feel good. Very good.
Yeah, this puts you in the column, at least, or in the next bracket, to face the winner of your manager and Robert Kastner. So when we get the winner of that match, that will be who you'll face in the semifinals. That will be an interesting turn of events. I know you guys have been kind of wanting that to happen. You've been looking forward to a sanctioned matchup. So
I feel a little bit bad because David was here for me today, and he was fantastic as always. I feel a little bit bad that I can't be there for him when he records his match. Work got in the way, but he doesn't need me. And if he does win next match, I'm not going to have David in my corner. He's not going to have me in his.
Very true.
We'll see what happens.
Very true. Aaron, anything for Joe or David?
Well, I was going to say the more interesting piece of this is, with there being a 3rd place match out of this tournament, a win in the quarterfinals guarantees you potentially at some point a title shot, because should you lose in the next round, and I say should, to either Robert Kastner or your partner here, David Garcia Alonso, then you would automatically take on any one of 4 of Andrea Malabak, Alan Shepard, Richard Schwartz, or Amaru Moses in a number 1 contenders match. So how does it feel at this point to have secured a route to the title, whether it be through one way or another?
It feels good, but since I've had my TV Fights belt, my movie Battleground belt, since then there's been a few title matches that have come my way. I haven't been able to pull it off. I haven't been able to quite get over the line. I really want this one, and I don't really want to wait much longer for it. If I have to, I have to, but I don't want to wait much longer for it.
He wants to take the quick path. I can't say I blame him there.
Quicker, easier, more seductive. Oh, wait, that's the dark side. No, we don't do that.
After one match, you came in the number 1 contender, and you have proven that thus far. You now go in with a record of 3-0 with, I believe, 3 TKOs now, and 2 perfect rounds. It's an impressive record. Wish you the best of luck in the next round, Joe.
Yeah,
I want to say something, though.
Go ahead.
Joe, if I happen to win against Robert Kastner, which I am not looking past because I saw his match against Nico. Nico is a great competitor and he TKO'd him. I want you to play this way. So.
Well, I'm fairly sure it's against you, David, or if it's not. I'm going to be answering some round 3 questions in this tournament.
That is the goal, and I'm looking forward to even if you do get to a round 3 where you're answering questions. I know you'll light it up there too. So congratulations, definitely tonight on this TKO and this victory. Savor it while you can, and good luck in your next match.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Keep smashing it.
All right. Yep. All right, and we'll bring forth our second place finisher. Unfortunately, didn't get it done this evening, but Ryan, the Caramel Mountain Payne, just came up a little bit short this evening. How you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, normally in my situation, I can always stomach a TKO, depending on how my performance was. But normally my score, like 20 points, it's not bad when you really look at it. But comparing off of what Joe had just pulled, a perfect round, and he only went to multiple choice once in his second round. To me, it was like after that first round, it was like you get everything right or you go out swinging. And even though I went out swinging, it hurts so bad. It just fucking hurts. I mean, okay, pity party's over. Pity party's over. Look, I came in this tournament. I came in here to give at least the people some good matches so they can be entertained. And if some of you at home are wondering if I'm that good of a player because I got TKO'd, that's your business. Okay. I know next season when this comes back again, I will be making myself an actual player. So if some of you at home are really wondering, or if you really believe that, how could I miss that 5-pointer so much? Come talk to me. We'll play. And then we'll see when you get quotes as a 5-pointer if it's that easy to pull off.
Right.
But still,
yeah.
This was good. Joe was fantastic. David coached him very well. I knew I was coming against 2, I was going to use a Stranger Things reference, but no, I'm literally coming up against 2 strong demigods, honestly. 2 men who pretty much represent both best of the old guard and of the new guard that's coming in. So I have no doubt in my mind I see these guys at the finals competing for that championship, or one of them wins, or one of them goes for a championship and the other goes for a number 1 contendership. I look forward to watching those matches. I look forward to actually to hosting these matches as well. Since I'm not playing anymore, I can get back to helping you run this now. that is my time right now is done. So we can keep moving forward.
We all know I'm very thankful for that part. But in terms of the match, you put forth, like you said it at the very beginning. I mean, 20 points is either a win or even probably a TKO in over 50% of matches. You just ran up against the buzzsaw. I mean, Joe and David also are operating at such a high level. I think David's percentage last time, his accuracy was well over 95%. As you said, Joe didn't miss a question here, just went to multiple choice once. So that's just something that's incredibly hard to overcome. But you did great, and like you said, you'll definitely be back to compete when the tournament's over. But I am glad to have you on our side, on this side of the desk now for the rest of the tournament. Aaron, anything for Ryan?
None. I would just say, obviously it sucks. It sucks to lose. It's never fun. But the one thing you can take away from this, and obviously we will see how the rest of the tournament kind of pans out. I expect some high-playing matches. But at this point in time, in not only this tournament, but the history of TMGeek, there are only 2 matches in which both competitors have scored over the 20-point line, and both of them involve Ryan Payne. So I would take that as a point of pride for the moment and say, win or lose, you are bringing out the best of the competitor level that we have. And I certainly look forward to seeing you back come the end of the tournament, because there will be a lot of people in there. You're 1-1. Most other people will have that 1-2 record just because of the way matches play it out. But people will certainly be looking for that match against you, and you will have some people there that you can play up against when ready.
One thing I will add, I am no longer going to fall to names again. I would take a notebook, and I'm literally going to write down cast, members, characters, and the actors who played them. I don't care if it's minor, supporting, or if it's people who just have walk-on Easter egg cameos that are uncredited. I'm writing them down now. I'm not going to be that guy who forgets a girl's name after a first date. Nope. I'm going to make sure I remember her, even if it's a good date or a bad date or not. That way you made an impression.
Ryan will not forget your name in the morning. All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. Go enjoy your meal that you have prepared. Thank you very much for competing tonight and competing in this tournament, stepping up. I know that wasn't easy on short notice and everything, so I do want to say a special thank you for that, Ryan. You're awesome. You're an awesome guy and a great friend. So thank you, and good luck as we move forward.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, that ends another awesome matchup. One spot is sealed in the Final Four. I can't believe it. We're already saying that. Feels like just yesterday we started this journey, a Hobbit's journey, an unexpected one.
Oh, I certainly hope we were more entertaining than that movie. No, it has been certainly, as we get closer and closer to the end of this tournament, these are the matches that will develop the layout of where the league goes in the next few months. Because as I said, these Final Four will make up not only our first ever title contenders, but they will also make up the second ever title contender that we will have in TMG. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes from there. And then, the rest of the tournament, man, it's creating this fire where people bow out and they want to have that fight back, whether it's Ryan, who never intended to play in the first place, and now he's ready to go in and make a run for it, whether it be, all the people who lost in the first round and have that 0-2 and want to get that first win. People are ready. People are coming forth. Spoiler alert for the future, we have possibly even some new people that are coming forth who are interested in getting in this arena. But today's arena, unfortunately, the Caramel Mountain melted under the heat of hot fuzz, and it is Joe that will move forward and take on the winner of Ryan or David.
Absolutely.
Proud of that one.
So, yep, Robert and David, that will be your next match that you'll see. So we will have that graphic all nice and set up for you by the next time you see us. But thanks for tuning in this evening. Thank you, Aaron, for co-hosting. JB3, thank you for hanging out in the back and helping us with stuff in the back. And thank you to David and both the competitors, Joe and Ryan. As always, I am your host, Kevin the Philosopher Poss. And thank you so much for tuning in to TM Geek. As always, keep geeking out. We'll see you next time. Adios.